Ref has slowly become a very powerful trader within both EFT and Arena. The last time we had a new trader edition was all the way back in 2019, 6 years ago with Jaeger. Man, time flies, but Ref is an interesting addition to the game. He doesn't work in the conventional sense with buying and selling goods from you. He only deals with two currencies that work under the barter mechanic. GP coins, which have been in the game for a long time and are a nod to an older BSG game, Contract Wars, and Lego medals, which can be primarily earned in Arena from completing weekly challenges. And what you can acquire with these two currencies from Ref is very powerful. Not necessarily at the start, but with a little effort in either game mode, you can quickly find yourself inundated with more options for weapons and equipment barters than some of the regular traders. There are obvious reasons as to why his shop looks the way it does, which we will get into a little bit later, but for now, let's go over Ref in both game modes associated with Tarkov and explain how and why he might be one of the most powerful traders when you unlock all of his barter options. Ref is interesting on his own when specifically looking at EFT. Like Jaeger, he doesn't start unlocked right from level 1. You need to do some quests at the beginning to then unlock the opportunity to begin working with him. By completing Easy Money Part 1 from Skier, you will now have access to his inventory, which again at level 1 is only okay. A few decent weapons, some armors, and a unique key and key tool barter. The biggest problem you will most likely have is that you won't have any GP coins at the start to trade with him for, which is why the game heavily incentivizes you to go play Arena and earn GP coins over there. You can also complete daily and weekly challenges to help speed up the process of earning reputation with Ref to get to his higher loyalty levels, which is what you're going to want to do. While his inventory at level 1 isn't anything special, even just getting him to level 2, you will notice a sharp increase in the powerful gear he will sell you. He'll also begin to sell you ammunition that can be difficult to get your hands on from other vendors, and this cycle kind of becomes cyclical. You work in Arena to make him better in EFT, and by doing so you will have more coins and medals to spend on him in EFT. So by working on him in one game, he just gets better in both, even though in Arena his role isn't as directly impactful. He simply just provides you the tools to become successful with him in EFT. And for a while the catch was that you had to play and own Arena in order to really take advantage of these new systems involving Ref. Because before a recent update, the quests he had in Tarkov, well, they kinda sucked. Too annoying, too specific, and the rewards were just not worth it. But they have since been nerfed. Buffed? They were made easier across the board. An example would be instead of having to get 5 PMC kills on streets while using a little AK and wearing a PACA, now it's just kill 2 PMCs on any map with any gun while wearing a PACA. Night and day difference. And this was for pretty much every single quest he provides. So while I would say you need to play Arena to use him properly, if you earn enough reputation and coins in EFT quests, that it's not necessity anymore, which is kind of interesting. What makes him so problematic is how many GP coins he requires for most of his barters. I'm sure these numbers are just simply placeholder and are very subject to change at some point, but they are way too low for almost every single item he sells. Weapons, armors, ammo, attachments, it's laughable how low some of these barter values are. 10 coins for a voodoo? I mean, I get it, you can only do it twice per reset, but man, for how powerful that scope is, it should be a lot higher. And these weapons are fully modified. Yes, again, they are not meta weapons with the best attachments, but it's pretty much a free gun if you didn't have to spend upwards of 10 minutes building it, only to lose it in the first 8 seconds of a raid. The cases are another example of how much value you can get out of Ref if you work with him. He sells pretty much every case you would need to increase storage in your stash and to make organizing that much easier. One thing to note about some of the barters is that the Lego medals can be tricky to get. In Arena, they're pretty much only obtainable through weekly challenges, which were made recently harder to complete. But the rest of the rewards on top of the medals can be quite lucrative. But seriously, a fully modified SIG Spear should be a little bit more than 39 GP coins, even if you do need Ref level 4 to use it. That gun is supposed to be a super exclusive, only by getting to Lightkeeper can you have the chance of buying it. But now it's just do Ref quests and you can use it. It's very strange. What you can also unlock whilst playing Arena are crates that can be only opened in EFT. These crates are essentially loot boxes that contain random items depending on the type of crate that they are. There's ones for money, weapons, attachments, barter items, and equipment. The content inside them are completely random, and once you get one, you can transfer it over to EFT and unlock it using the workbench, which has recently been made easier. These are only earned while playing Arena, and are used to benefit your EFT character. Once again, the process of playing these two modes creates this cycle of life. You play Arena, you earn money, coins, and now crates, which can be sent to EFT, and you can take advantage of them there. And while for the most part the items can sometimes be a nothing burger that end up just selling for more money, sometimes you might actually get a very powerful or rare item that can be tangibly useful for you. But at its core, it's all just free stuff, which kind of inherently goes against the nature of EFT, which is progression through struggle. Getting items for free always kind of felt weird in the game, unless you were like really down bad, then maybe a handout doesn't hurt to get back on your feet, but the amount of free stuff you can get from playing Arena is really astounding. For the most part, I understand what BSG is doing with Arena and with Ref specifically. These are incentives for people to buy Arena if their version of EFT does not come with it, to try the game out and progress in both versions. Because keep in mind, along with all the money, items, and gear you can get, any experience you earn crosses over into both games. And while experience doesn't mean much in Arena, it means a lot more in EFT. But I can also see why some people would see Ref as not really a big deal. First off, you need to play basically a second game other than EFT in order to progress, which takes away time from the main game. You need to play a lot of Arena to feel the effects carry over into Tarkov. It also takes a long time to get Ref to his final loyalty level. His reputation requires 1.2 rep, which I imagine will change and maybe even go up at some point to make it even harder. And while I do understand the other side and see why they wouldn't think of Ref as a big deal, let me just paint you a picture here. Imagine this. The game wipes, but instead of jumping headfirst into EFT, you go play Arena. You play a bunch of games, get yourself some crates that are ready to be transferred, extra money, and coins. Then, you do the bare minimum in EFT to unlock Ref and everything you need to open his crates, and now you have an influx of loot and items you may not have had if Arena wasn't a thing. I understand I sound like I'm trying to be overly dramatic with this, but to me, Ref is the next installment of Tarkov's power creep, but instead of just having instant access to it, it's power you definitely need to work for a little bit, and that's the massive trade-off. But what makes this not sting so much is that Arena has actually kind of become fun. Not like how it was released and it was basically a joke, but with tons of loadout options, modes of play, and reasons to log on every day now with the Battle Pass. They are actually keeping this game mode alive, and I have to commend them on that. Instead of letting this project fall to the wayside when it wasn't good, they dialed in and made it what players actually wanted. It's still not perfect by any means, but we are miles ahead of where we once started with Arena. Ref has slowly become quite a powerful vendor once you have him leveled up and the funds to take advantage of his wares. The ability to pretty much buy a full kit ready to go and run it back in Tarkov for just GP coins is something I still think is being taken for granted. Yes, the amount of work you need to really see the benefits of Ref is up there, but combined with Arena daily weeklies and his quests in EFT being easier than ever, if you're bored with the game right now, just go and work through his quest line. They are easier than they've ever been, you get some gear from them, but most importantly, you are working towards getting him to level 4, which is where the fun really starts. Either way, Ref is strong in this game, no matter how you look at it. Will he see significant changes as time goes on? Who knows, but I'm kind of banking on it. Because if he stays pretty much the way he is now, there will be a problem with Ref down the road. I am sure of it. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on Ref as a trader, his interactions between both games, if you think he's too strong, and be sure to subscribe for more videos about problematic additions that are there to directly get you to play other parts of a game that should have been 1.0 a long time ago. I hope to see you in future ones.